We all know that many of us women wanted to have or bear a child rather, especially when we are at the adulthood stage or when we get married. Aside from that, being pregnant has two classifications: the advantages and disadvantages, or we should call the good and bad sides. Aside from that also is this question would probably comes out in our minds. Can we get pregnant with an irregular period? How would we know if we're fertile, or how would we know that we're fertile? What are the possible signs? And in asking our health related, what should a pregnant woman makes a health and strong? How can a pregnant tell if the symptoms they're having are normal? How does a pregnant woman feel? What happens to a pregnant woman during her pregnancy? When we talk about pregnancy, it has advantages and disadvantages, or the good and bad sides of pregnancy. Because when we talk about teenage pregnancy, it is unplanned pregnancy that can lead to higher risk, like it will cause increased risk of high blood, anemia, premature birth, having low birth weight babies, and experiencing postpartum depressions. The advantages of teenage pregnancy is that to those who are indicated, the positive impact on building a family and enhancing relationship because of having an infant now instead of waiting until they were older. Focus on their of infants, having someone to love by, benefits related to being closer in age with their child, and having closer and stronger bond with each other. Talking about adulthood pregnancy, if we are in the adulthood stage of pregnancy, it is the best thing that a woman receives from God. But it has also an disadvantages of pregnancy when it comes to adulthood. If we are not taking good care of ourselves or health. According to my understanding and research, as a woman, we would feel and observe that by checking our menstruation every day or daily, if we are a person that has an irregular period or menstruation, there is a big possibilities that a woman can get pregnant. However, there is ability to get pregnant decreases significantly. So the disadvantage is ovulation becomes difficult to determine. So we know that the length of our menstrual cycle, ovulation usually occurs around 10 to 16 days before your period starts. So you may be able to work out when you're likely to ovulate if you have a regular cycle. Our cervical mucus, you may notice wetter, clearer, or more slippery mucus around the time of ovulation. According to medical news today, the primary signs of infertility is not getting pregnant after trying for a certain length of time. A doctor may diagnose infertility if a woman has not become pregnant after 1 year of trying. If the woman is over the age of 35 years old, she may be infertile if she has not become pregnant after 6 months of trying. The possible sign if a woman gets pregnant is are having a missing period. She would feel a morning sickness, tender breast, fatigue, passing a urine more frequently than usual, particularly at night, and craving for some foods. Distaste for foods you usually like, and sour or metallic taste that persists even when you're not eating, or we should call dysgeusia. These are also a symptoms that a pregnant woman are having a normal pregnancy stage. A pregnant woman should eat healthy foods to make her and the baby strong and healthy, such as fruits and vegetables, whole grains, calcium-rich foods, and foods low in saturated fat. Eating those is very important so that the baby will get the nutrients that the mother eats. In my observations, a pregnant woman would feel different changes in her body, like she may feel that her body is making changes quickly within the first month of pregnancy, or you may not notice any symptoms at all. Symptoms of early pregnancy can include missed period, an increased need to urinate, swollen and tender breast, fatigue, and morning sickness. Other early pregnancy included feeling tired, feeling bloated, being more than usual, mood swing, nausea, and tender breast. According to Caroline Pradario, is in extremely rare cases a woman can get pregnant. While already pregnant, normally a pregnant woman's ovaries temporarily stop releasing eggs, but in a rare phenomenon called superfetation, another egg is released, gets fertilized with sperm and attaches to the wall of the uterus, resulting into two babies. Being pregnant means every day closer to meeting the love of a woman. A woman bearing a child in 9 months, they would feel joy, excitements, and also hardships. Feeling of different kinds of morning sickness. A pregnant would feel different kinds of pain in bearing a child in 9 months in their womb. But the pain would vanish when they hear their child cries and when they first lay down their eyes to their child. So I believe that this quote, you never understand life until it goes inside of you, by Sandra Chami Kasi.